It's been a long and exciting marathon of basketball on Fox Sports Indiana, but tonight it's the main event as fans brave the snowy weather and file into Bankers Life Fieldhouse. The Pacers cap off Basketball Day Indiana with a home game against the Mavericks. It's the third game of 5 straight at home for the Pacers, looking to answer Thursday night's loss to Philadelphia. The Pacers haven't lost 2 straight in over a month. Darren Collison and Victor Oladipo, they're getting ready to go tonight. The Pacers close out Basketball Day in Indiana. The pros are taking their turn. It's the Pacers and the Mavericks. Indiana Members Credit Union Pacers Live pregame tonight on Fox Sports Indiana. And we welcome you inside Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Filling in for Jeremiah Johnson, I'm Pat Boylan alongside Eddie Gill. We're not going to spend too much time talking about Thursday night's game against Philadelphia, Eddie, but this team has a tendency to respond well to tough losses. What makes you think they're in for another night like that tonight?
Hey, you hit it right on the head. They've done it time and time again. They've done a really nice job of responding to these tough losses, mostly in part because of how they approach every single game. They play the same way every single night. They share the ball, they play hard, they compete at the highest level, encourage each other, hold each other accountable, and that turns into great responses after these losses.
Pacers haven't lost 2 straight since mid-December. It's Basketball Day Indiana. We'll find out from the players what it means to play in front of such a passionate and knowledgeable fan base tonight. And we'll honor a legend as the Pacers recognize Hall of Famer Slick Leonard. We'll take a look at what today means to him and vice versa. And it's Indiana's first look at the rookie taking the NBA by storm. We'll discuss how the Pacers try to slow down the 3rd pick in the NBA draft, Luka Doncic. A look now at our Penske promise. 3 things you need to know. The Pacers have been dominant this season when shooting 50% or better. They lost just once in scenarios where they've shot and made half of their shots. Miles Turner likes playing against the team that he grew up watching. More points per game against the Mavericks than any other team in the NBA. He's also averaging 9 rebounds per game against Dallas. And Victor Oladipo, he's closing in on a milestone, just 7,000 career points, 9 away from the 7,000 career mark. Indiana University looking to have its 10th player join the 7,000 point club. Well, you often hear things like defense, like rebounding, like grittiness and toughness when you talk about the Indiana Pacers. And since it's Basketball Day Indiana, Eddie, how do you feel like the Pacers embody that spirit of basketball in this state?
Hey, they've done a phenomenal job of it. You hear it right now. We're here in the entryway at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, not the loft, but the energy is great. These fans, this state, this community loves this game of basketball, and I think they have a team here in which they do the same. The roster all up and down, everybody works hard, plays hard. Again, they support each other. Really important to them is perfecting their craft and going out there and playing as hard as they can. And I think that is how this team embodies the game of basketball.
Perhaps no better example than all the fans we're seeing file in Bankers Life Fieldhouse here tonight despite the poor weather conditions. What exactly does it mean to play basketball in the state of Indiana? That's a question that we took to a couple of the Pacers. Take a look.
Indiana has a lot of basketball tradition, of course. For me, being able to play here is definitely one of the greatest opportunities that's happened in my career also. It being basketball day and everybody celebrating it, it's a game that we all love so much and so dearly. We all hold this game close to our heart, and it's very, very huge that we can, pay our homage to it and make sure we celebrate it in the right way, which is, going out there and playing as hard as we can and just playing for the culture.
It's a good feeling anytime you get to play for the state of Indiana because the fans are so passionate out here. I would say they have some of the best fans in sports. They really care about their team, and it's genuine. Most franchises, they don't never experience where fans literally come to every game and just become diehard fans for them and support them in every bit of way.
Always interesting to get the perspective of players that weren't born in Indiana either. A look at Indiana's 2nd longest home stretch of the season. They're 1-1 in it against Dallas tonight, Sunday against Charlotte, and Wednesday against Toronto. The Pacers haven't beaten the Hornets or Raptors yet this season, but they also haven't played either of those teams at home this season. The Pacers have been as good as almost anyone in the NBA at taking care of business against those they should beat. 20-3 against teams with a sub-500 record. Eddie, how much of that is a mindset thing?
There's no question about it. They come out with the, hey, we're going to respect the game type mindset each and every single night. And that means, hey, we're going to come out and play hard, respect the opponent, and go out and dominate those that we should dominate. And they've done just that. Obviously a great collection of talent on this team here. They don't care whether it's the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Golden State Warriors, no matter who it is, they're going to go out there and play as hard as they can, even though they dropped one to Cleveland Cavaliers. I guess that wasn't the best example. Having said that, they have come out, played hard each and every single night. That's why they have such a great record against those sub-500 teams.
Dallas is 20-24, so technically they fall into that sub-500 category, but they're just 4 wins away from last year's total, and a big reason for that is a rookie, Luka Doncic. He's taken the NBA by storm a little bit here, Eddie. He's the leading rookie player in terms of points per game, and maybe making a couple other teams regret not taking it.
Yeah, no question. This guy is getting tremendous all-star consideration with good reason. He's taken the league by storm. Surprised a lot of people with what he's been able to do at such an early age. He's a tremendous talent. At 19 years old, done a great job. I will say, he's got a guy who's done it at a very high level for a long time, and that's Dirk Nowitzki as well.
Well, he's had the tendency already early on to hit some clutch shots. Here's the most clutch players in the NBA by field goal percentage. You saw Victor Oladipo in that group, and there at number 3 is Luka Doncic, as well as Nikola Jokic, Bradley Beal in this group as well. So 2 of the most clutch players in the NBA are in the building here tonight. Well, Doncic hails from Ljubljana, Slovenia. He played for 3 seasons in Real Madrid over in the EuroLeague, and you played a little bit overseas. I'm curious your thoughts on how the development for a 19-year-old playing overseas can be different from one playing in college.
Yeah, that's a great point. You mentioned my experience in playing overseas, and that I have a number of different times, and playing against younger guys, 17, 18, 19 years old. They're playing professional basketball against grown men, 25, 26, and so on and so forth. And there's nothing that you can take away but that experience that these guys gather. They learn how to play a professional game of basketball, the fundamental style of basketball, and they're very skilled as Luka is, but again, they learn how to play amongst those men, that competitive energy, learn how to get through that adversity, learn how to win and lose at a very early age.
Well, he's only 19 years old. He'll already give quite a test to the Pacers defense. That's Dan Burke's responsibility. And we check in now as our Erica Weston went one-on-one with a Pacers assistant head coach.
The Dallas Mavericks, many guys have said that their record is not necessarily indicative of how well that team has been playing. Obviously, it's an interesting dynamic. You have a legend like Dirk Nowitzki coming to town, but you also have this phenomenal rookie in Luka Doncic. So how do you approach this one?
Boy, let's get back to us. I mean, let's start with us. Let's get the matchups we want. Guard your position. Again, that ruined us in Philly, not guarding our position, but guard your position. If you really respect the team and the talent, go after them. And we were on our heels in the last game. But Dallas is another one of those talented, athletic teams that we've been struggling with. No matter what the record, we should never play the record. And Dallas is another example of that. They got talent, they have athleticism, they have length, and those teams give us fits. And we need everybody, and it's the type of team we are. And that Doncic be our first look at him, and boy, he's a talent. And it's got to be 5 guys guarding him every time.
Last one for you. Saturday is the 3rd annual Basketball Day Indiana, a full day of celebrating the sport of basketball here in the state of Indiana, all across the state. Your thought about being here, working for the Pacers organization in a state like Indiana that does celebrate the sport so much?
Well, when I first came here, Donnie Walsh told me that hardest part of his job, this was back in '97, I'm competing against college, for fanfare, and I'm competing against high school. Now, I saw the movie Hoosiers, and I'm thinking, yeah, right, competing against high school, for fanfare. And gosh darn it, I think that was the first year they got rid of the one champion. And it was an uproar here, and I didn't realize it. It caught me off guard, but the excitement and the enthusiasm and the love and the passion for the game around here really caught me off guard. Then you go visit some of the gyms, or even you don't even get inside the size of some of the gyms, and it's impressive. And but I'm proud to be part of it as far as the Pacers go, but just to watch the excitement for basketball and the Simon family, the organization we have here, just loves promoting it, and it's been just a lot of fun being part of.
Dan, we appreciate the time as always.
No, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
All right, Pat, back to you.
No one breaks it down quite like Dan Burke. Thanks, Erica. It's Hickory Night. I'm not sure we've honored anyone as worthy as the legendary Slick Leonard here from the Hall of Famer next on Pacers Live Pregame.